Alright, Shalom. Shalom to the hopeful elect. We'd like to say all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the elders apostle of Great Millstone, who rule well, teach the word, sincerity, truth to the 12 tribes abroad, scattered abroad. I'd like to say double honors to the apostle and the elders, Great Millstone, and I'd like to say Shalom to the hopeful elect. We'd like to just get this script and then get into current events that are happening abroad.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, and that's the prophecy it's dealing with, man. Things that is coming down the drain, which is mark of the beast, the hopeful of that getting persecuted by the so-called white man, which is the Edomites, Bayan, which is Cain, alright, referred to in the Bible, and us being hopefully delivered, right, by by the salvation of whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, which is actually Yahushai, right, son of Yahweh, right.
It says, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
That's right, so the prophecy, it's going to come. It's taking, a lot of time, but it's perfecting. That's what you have to understand, that the prophecy itself is manifesting, all right, and shall manifest, as it says in Esdras. But it's not gonna lie, it's speaking, man. The scriptures is actually speaking right now as we hear prophesying, and as time is unfolding itself, right? So everything has to go through a process, right? It's just like how you cook something, right? You cook meat, it takes a long time to process, goes through the fire, it's getting tried, and then after that, then it's perfected. Right? That's how things will work. Right?
One more?
I think that was it, right?
That was it, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Well, real quick, while you're looking for that, brother just talk about prophecy, okay? Which is only from Yahweh Shem Shai, right? None of these nations, these religious groups push prophecy. It doesn't exist with them, right? These are just idle religions.
Yeah, all these cults.
Go ahead.
These cults. Right?
Okay.
They don't push no prophecy. What prophecy have they pushed? None. They just require a sacrifice. Sacrifice of what? Emptiness, vanity. And you people, you bow down to it. You have to dust it off, and your gods are apparently gods, but they have moth that and rust gets on them, dust gets on them. They just stand there and they never answer you.
That's right. Yeah, their gods have no mouth.
They're deaf.
Nothing. This is emptiness. This is vanity. Lower than vanity. That's Psalms, I could be wrong, 119.
And then on top of it, their God can't create nothing. And your God make you a baby right before your eyes. You've been praying and bowing down for years and wailing and back and forth, and you fast, and still nothing comes.
Nothing comes.
This is Bel and the Dragon, verse 1, chapter 1, verse 1. And King Astyages was gathered to his fathers, and Cyrus of Persia received his kingdom. And Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. Now the Babylonians had an idol called Bel, and there were spent upon him.
Yeah. Or Baal, you want to say.
Baal Berith.
Yeah. But see, all these gods, they have so many names, man. But it's the same God. When you go and check down the pipeline, like it's just a different pronunciation in another language, right?
working as our man,
Yeah.
Bell.
It says, now the Babylonians had an
Yeah,
idol.
and yeah, you just mentioned Taco Bell. That's a god because if you look at it, it's actually a snake at the bell. Because I remember you told
Taco
me.
Bell, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a snake.
Yeah. With a serpent's eyes, and it has if you notice, it's at 3 places, like a 6.
Yeah.
Right, because Esau's very crafty with his advertising logos. Yeah. He hides things in there, man. Right.
And it says, and there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour, and 40 sheep, 6 vessels of wine. And the king worshipped it, and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own power. And the king said unto him, Why dost not thou worship Baal? Who answered and said, Because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power who hath created the heaven and the earth, and hath sovereignty over all flesh. Then said the king unto him, Thinkest thou not that Baal is a living power? Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. So the king was wroth, and called for his priests, and said unto them, If ye tell me not who this is that devoureth these expenses, ye shall die. But if ye can certify me that Baal devoureth them, then Daniel shall die.
Well,
Okay?
Well, you just read basically that if you don't serve Baal, you shall die. It's basically going into the mark of the beast, because they're saying if you don't bow down and take this chip, right, like a literal chip, right, we're going to be beheaded. So it's out of threat, man. And even in the time in Daniel, he was saying if you don't salute, bow down to the king, to their songs, basically you'll be thrown into the fire. But the man of the Lord stood firmly, and based on the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and resent that. And that's what we are for, man. To be bold as lions. You know what I mean? So that's what we're here, week in, week out, right? Standing in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, because that name is very important, and it all starts with that name. If you don't know the name, you're not gonna make it, man. And Proverbs 18:10 says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, right? So you start with you being within a tower for have the hedge around you. So you can't come in the name of Christ, right? Or Ahaya, and all those other names, man.
Shua.
Whatever name, you know what I mean? That's being Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and we're known for pushing that name. Okay, we're known for that, for making the Lord's name ring out through this earth. Okay, because people think this name, right? Or even they hear it and they can't even say it, because there's people I talk to, like, every so often, and I said the name so many times because as man of the Lord, that's on our tongues. And I go, name, blah, blah, blah. And now I don't correct them, man. When they say it now, that's wrong, I don't correct them. Let them say what I want to say, man. All right? We know what the name is, okay? And it's important to us. And we won't take the Lord's name, man. All right?
That's right. So it's an important thing that you profess the gospel, right? But you have to, you gotta endure all the adversities, because we're at the end of this thing, right? So you can't take this thing for granted. You have to pursue this like it's your career, man, because that's what it is, right?
Oh, okay. So basically, you start off about persecution will come, right? So back in Matthew's chapter 5 and 10, and this is Yahushua speaking, right? It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness, for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
So, like the scripture just said, it says for righteousness. What righteousness? Actually doing this work, right? And actually having faith in this thing, man. That's another thing that shall be added onto you, man, when you come into this, right? So when you're doing this work, you're going to be persecuted, man. You got to deal with it.
Well, right now in the media, they're calling us BHIs, as an acronym for Black Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah, they're trying to categorize us. That's what it's about,
right?
you know.
And even though the camps don't agree, the sound about us being Israelite and that we need to come out of the system of Babylon, it's basically in singularity. But we do have our differences. We're not part of any militia group, man. We're not trying to do anything carnally and shoot nobody up, whatever. That's what a nigga did that, man. They ain't anybody from GMS. And if anyone from GMS is doing that, he'd be out because we don't teach that. We come out here peacefully and push the Lord's word. It says, as it goes, sin not.
Be angry.
Be angry. So we're angry.